Hey everybody, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. That's right, it's time for Sarcastic Distractions. The interesting podcast for interesting people, featuring as always, the Gentleman Society of Podcasting. Myself, Harvey, my heterosexual life mate, David.
Hello.
And the ever-joking, ever-crazy-eyed AJ.
Knock, knock.
Nope.
Knock, knock.
Nope, I'm not playing this game. Nope.
Hey, Dave.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
Dave's not here, man.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Okay, who's there?
Control freak. Okay, now you say control freak who?
If you can't figure it out, we're talking about jokes today. That's what we're doing.
That's true. This is a true story.
Oh, I thought it was just a joke to talk about the jokes.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk
No,
about
that's not funny. That's a bad joke.
Oh, I have a whole
That's a
whack of
terrible
jokes
joke.
just prepped.
I bet you do.
I do.
I can't wait to
I
hear
am
them.
known for my ability to tell jokes just off the cuff. Like, it is an extremely good ability.
Your timing is superb.
Oh, it is. It's perfect.
No, for seriousness.
No, I am
For
being
all
serious.
seriousness.
I am doing. I am. Am I laughing right now? I'm being very serious
know you
about
are
how
very serious.
great I am at the humor ability.
But I will give you credit because you don't always have to say the funniest thing, but you always know how to insert the funniest thing in the moment.
This is what my wife says to me
explode it.
quite often.
Well, just, yeah.
See, just like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Just like that. Yeah. That makes perfect sense, actually. So jokes. AJ, tell us a joke.
Oh shit! Is that the entire podcast?
And now you put me on the spot. and now I can't think of a.
Hey, what did you say? I fart, you choke.
I can think of one joke.
Oh, okay,
I can
that's
think,
good.
but it's a long joke.
Uh-oh.
I know long jokes.
I have to admit, personally,
Kinda
I
like-
can never
kinda like
remember
story-
fucking jokes.
I
Kinda
know-
like story time jokes.
I know a lot of inappropriate jokes.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I know quite a few inappropriate jokes. But yeah, you put me on the spot.
Sorry,
This
buddy.
is why I would never be good at like stand-up comedy or anything.
I
can't
never do
tell,
it.
I can't tell jokes
Well-
to people on the stage.
Well, just remember, stand-up comedians don't just get up on stage and tell jokes,
I
right?
guess
Like
they-
they
they
rehearse and they
write
practice and they
jokes.
write and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So it's all like,
but
it's
see,
all
that's even
process.
harder because then they have to make up jokes
yeah. That's
Yep.
well, that's
Because
well,
we all-
the good ones do.
because we all tell we're all telling we tell a joke and it's probably a joke that's been around for God knows how long, like the knock knock joke I said.
Yeah.
Right.
But comedians have to write the joke. They have
Yeah.
to kind
That's their
of
job. Yeah.
come up with the joke.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The other
That's
nice thing about comedians I've always found interesting, because except for rare cases, and I don't mean rare as in like it never happens, just that usually it's the right comedian, right time, that it can last forever. But
Mm.
I've often found that even watching old shows that I remember laughing to, I watch and I'm like, oh, yeah. It's just not that.
it
I
lost
think a lot of the
luster.
comedy on that professional side, you do have to be somewhat current.
Yeah, I think so. There's
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are exceptions, like
Sure.
Eddie Murphy, the classic.
Yeah.
Like it's fun just to see him run around like that, but it's still not as funny as when I first saw it,
For sure.
right?
Yeah, I think to play devil's advocate to your thing, you're absolutely right. But someone who
Of course I
exists out of it, it would be like Conan O'Brien. I think his comedy, because it's absurd and it's wacky, that it doesn't have.
I've
to
never seen
necessarily
him
be-
outside of the seat of
Oh, the Tonight
shows.
Shows or whatever.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
did.
Tonight Shows
yeah.
things. I've never seen him outside of that.
Yeah, he's
He's a kooky dude.
he's a kooky.
He's a kooky dude.
but that's his thing. So I think that's why he gets he can't exist outside of current events. But there's very few people
Yeah,
that can
yeah,
do that.
because he kind of he a lot of his bits play into the moment, play into the what he's doing now.
Mhm.
So
Right.
yeah, I guess current events don't really need to be on the radar at that point in joking around,
Absolutely yeah.
making jokes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you. I like him.
But you're right. I think the current piece is it's. I mean, that's why comedians are so prevalent, is because of the fact that they usually live on current events.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
nowadays. Yeah,
Especially
yeah. Well, even
nowadays.
before, you know what? I was about to say, nowadays, but you know what? Even back in the day, those were current events, current things.
But the true greats like George Carlin will exist far past all of that, because if you actually watch his stuff today, he's obviously been passed away since 2008.
For
Quite
a
a
long
while,
while.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
whatever,
it's
yeah.
been a long time.
It still holds up, and you can match a lot of what he's saying to today's current events because of our history cycling and such.
Well, not only that, I think it's not just current events politically or media wise. He picked apart humanity as a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah.
And
Right.
humanity still is.
Right.
So yeah, it's still relevant.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Oh, hey, yeah, this was recorded in 1976, but that still happens
That's-
today.
that's-
That's funny.
We're still
Yeah.
those
That's
people.
some
Ha
funny
ha ha.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
and that's
sure.
definitely a joke that can last.
For sure.
I've always wondered where.
Like even, so real quickly, even like his classic line about the 7 words you can't say on television.
Mhm.
We still don't have television,
Mhm.
but it's still fucking.
You can say some of those things though.
Yeah,
You can,
you can
but
say
it's
a few
still
of them.
You can
relevant.
you can say shit.
Yes.
You
And
can,
bitch.
but
Yeah.
it's still relevant in the sense that
Ass.
I mean we're
Yeah.
still dealing with censorship, right?
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so-
true.
Sorry.
I always wonder where the jokes that we all know come from, like not necessarily the stand-up comedy jokes.
Like why did the chicken cross the road?
yeah,
Hmm.
or variations of why did the chicken cross the road?
It's
Well,
'cause-
that was to avoid the chicken farm for sure.
Got to be.
It's gotta be.
no. I think it's just more that's, you grew up with it,
But where did they come from?
Yeah, they gotta have origins.
They have to have origins.
Oh, hells if I know.
Right?
Well, yeah, that's why
There
he's
was
asking.
this people. I think it was around the same time as the pyramids were built, personally.
Well,
Probably the same time.
that's a good question. Did they have jokes back in them times? I'm sure they did.
Yeah,
I'm sure they had some form.
I'm sure they had
Yeah.
humor and jokes and
I'm sure there was some
They
form.
categorize this through history that there have been some form of humor with almost
Yeah,
every
even
civilization.
Shakespeare to a certain
Oh,
extent,
yeah.
one
Oh,
could
yeah,
argue.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean,
But I'm talking
Romeo
like
and Juliet is
Yeah.
kind of one giant joke.
Well,
Think
that's our
about it.
perspective
I was-
nowadays.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
True.
I was
yeah.
talking more like Jesus times.
Oh yeah. There's definitely lots of humor.
or like-
Jesus is still around, but
Or
anyway,
like
moving past.
Pharaoh times. He wasn't around during Shakespeare times.
No, but
I
the
mean, I guess
essence
it depends
of
on
them.
who you ask. but-
Yeah.
So-
Well, he didn't.
Some might
He
say.
doesn't come back every year.
I
We
mean,
just
according
celebrate when he
to Easter, he
does.
does.
We just celebrate when he did that one time.
Some may
one
say he
time
never
in
left.
band camp. See, there you go.
Jesus,
Another
one time at band camp. Now,
100 years, they're going to talk about
That
band
was like-
camps. And somebody's
Right?
like, what the fuck's a
the
band
fuck
camp
is that?
again?
One joke.
Yeah, I always wonder where the origin of the simple knock knock who's there. Like, where did the knock knock joke come from? Who's the first guy to tell a knock knock joke? I would like to
Only-
see a documentary
Oh, fuck.
on the guy who wrote the first knock knock joke.
You know what you should endeavor to do then?
Yeah.
You should go and explore.
I should.
Mhm.
You should.
If only we had devices that we could look up this information on at a moment's notice.
Oh, we do.
Oh, what it's called?
The net web.
Oh, the net web. Yes, that is.
Have you
Yes,
pulled down your pants and tried looking up your butt?
I did. I found
not
a galactic empire, but I did not
No.
find any.
Yeah,
net
that's
webs.
actually funny.
Net
Yeah.
webs.
It's one of those things. You remember the men with black were all in the little bubbles and all that?
Yeah, yeah.
That means technically, yes, there's a whole thing going on in my butt right now.
That's
Yeah, maybe there might be a whole world going on. In
That's
your
right. I wonder what their humor's like.
I bet you it's toilet humor. I'm guessing. I'm guessing
butt.
there.
I wouldn't put them quite at that low level. Come on, let's give them
Yeah.
a chance.
Not so lowbrow. Give him a chance to do the political humor.
Yeah.
Well, political humor, that's a good call, though. Because,
For
again,
sure.
that's one of those styles that really is just... I've always found, personally, there's that two variations of political humor. There is the political humor of just, everybody, come on, look around at all of us
Yeah.
and shut the fuck up.
Exactly. It's absurd.
And then
that-
there's
of all of
always
us.
the political humor where they're just attacking the other side of the
I know.
humor.
As if it's any different than their side.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
know.
like anytime you get the, liberals and conservatives within our, infrastructure type thing. And it's just like the humor on the two of
know.
them. And then, of course, yeah.
The problem with liberals is. Well,
Trudeau.
the problem with exactly. Yeah. Insert name here.
That's pretty much it.
Exactly. Yeah. For sure.
That's why we really need a
speaking
new
of
conservative
jokes.
leader, so that way we can make fun of somebody again. Like, for fuck's sake.
I know. We
Like,
haven't
how
had a
many
good
years
one.
can I bitch about Mulrooney or Brian Mulrooney, whatever the hell his name
I
is?
know. You can't even really bitch about Harper because he wasn't. Like,
Yeah,
horrible.
exactly.
He was-
Like, that was
he
so
wasn't
long
great,
ago.
but he wasn't Mulrooney.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, now there's a joke. I mean, Mulrooney, the fact that we still make fun of that guy today.
Oh, I know. It's one of them. Well,
Oh
again,
yeah.
yeah.
You know, speaking of political humor,
Clinton.
but yep, Clinton for
Clinton
sure.
from back in the
Clinton's
day.
still good. Want to hear a joke?
Sure.
Oh, geez.
I fart
I
and joke.
have a joke now.
All right, tell us jokes.
How does Moses make tea?
How?
Hebrews.
That's true. That would make sense.
Ah, nice.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that he has-
I like that.
I like that he has slaves that make his tea for him.
I have to admit, on the Reddit, I do subscribe to a dad humor channel, and
Uh-huh.
every so often something will come up that even I'm like, fuck, that's great.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm like, Shannon, and I'll say it. And I love pretty much because 90% of the time the reaction I get is just that look of, Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Which is just as great as when I get the laugh.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, got another one.
All right.
Man tells his doctor, "Doc, help. I'm addicted to Twitter." Doctor replies, "Sorry, I don't follow you."
Yeah,
And so on.
Yeah.
I like those kinds of jokes.
Dad jokes.
they're funny. But yeah, a lot of the stand-ups nowadays, like there may have been a time when something like that would have maybe worked, but now I don't think a stand-up could ever really do that constantly.
I disagree.
Just like a setup punchline thing.
Yeah.
I disagree.
I
Okay.
think there are some that do.
Yeah, I would say there's a few. I mean, Jimmy Carr, but Jim Gaffigan is very much on that line, straddling on that, doing his one-liners. He connects them all, but you're right about Jimmy Carr. Much more. Talk about toilet humor. That guy is in the fucking depth.
That's the English guy, right?
Yeah. He sings.
I enjoy him.
But so I guess, so that's where we get a little bit of that splitting hair thing, because and you already kind of called it out, he ties them all kind of together, but you're right. He spike.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they all have just that lively line.
That's
and
true,
then
where he's
boom.
rhythming,
Then
yeah.
there's, spike of laughter.
Yeah.
And then he comes in and clubs us with a holy fuck, I can't believe you said that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. But you're right with like just the zingers all the way through. Mark Normand, he's probably a guy that does something to that effect. You're right, though. It's not as
Common
I
think
these days.
I think the example would be there's no Rodney Dangerfields.
Or Mitch Hedberg's.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, Mitch Hedberg.
I know,
like,
the best.
One of my favorite jokes is, saw Wino on the street eating grapes. I said, "Dude, you got to wait."
I know.
I love Mitch.
I love that
I'd
goes.
have to say Mitch Hedberg is in my top 5.
Yeah, he's great.
Nice.
I love him. Love
Goes,
him.
I saw an out of order sign on the escalator, and I said it shouldn't be saying out of order. It should be called stairs.
The escalator is now stairs.
I love that.
Sorry
So
for the convenience.
So good.
What's the last thing to go through a fly's head as it hits the windshield?
Oh?
His ass.
Yes, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
But I have to admit, I don't really watch the humor, like the stand-up. I tried to get into a bit, but I just never...
Not your thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. I love humor. I'm
Yeah.
not knocking it. I love happy, fun movies, humorous movies,
Yeah.
shit like that. But when it comes to stand-up comedian, I'm not knocking their ability or skills. It's just,
How do you feel about going to a live stand-up show?
I've only done the one. That was the
Okay.
one with you. And
Yeah,
again,
that was pretty ridiculous.
and it was,
Yeah.
Like, it was great to be in the same room as them,
Sure,
but
sure.
it wasn't funny.
No, it wasn't as funny. as it
I
could've been.
think I've only ever been to one.
Yeah. Sorry, we can hear a buzzy here, and we're all looking at each other going,
my
whose
apologies.
phone is
Sorry.
that?
It's all good. No worries.
Why are friends a lot like snow?
Because they melt?
If you pee on them, they disappear.
Uh,
I mean, I guess it depends on the friend and what they're into.
yeah, that's fair, too.
And if they're wearing Depends.
Yeah, no, why?
I don't know.
You're not peeing on their diaper.
Maybe you are. I don't know.
That's just twisted.
I'm not here to judge.
That's just twisted.
Keep the joke going. That's all I'm
That's
here
just
for.
that's just wrong, sir. But yeah, I like
Just
those.
saying.
I like those kinds of jokes. I like dad jokes that are just lame.
Right. Why do you like them?
I don't know.
Because he's a dad.
Well,
Come on, that's a lazy excuse. That's a lazy excuse. Analyze it. Why is it you like dad jokes?
Because they're silly.
Okay. All jokes are silly.
Because
So
They
there's
should be.
there's a different kind of nonsense going on. I guess.
yes.
Okay.
is what it is. Like dad jokes are puns.
Yeah.
Most
Off
of the
the
time.
time.
Punny,
Most
yeah.
of the time.
Definitely, yeah.
And they're goofy and nonsensical.
Yeah. They're usually funny because you realize how they're supposed to be funny, but it's not funny, but then you laugh because of because of that.
And then
Right.
sometimes you laugh because you're the only one who thinks it's funny, and everybody else is like you're saying.
Yeah.
Your wife gives you that look of like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
Sometimes
So that's the humor.
I'll jokingly turn to my wife and say, "Come on, can't you humor me at least once? just give me a little chuckle, courtesy laugh."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Courtesy laugh.
Yeah, so slightly off topic, but it's one of those annoying things I do that to my wife because she'll say things like she'll be running out to go pick something. Oh, I'll be back. I'm like, no, you got to say it properly. What do you mean say it properly? Say it properly. What are you talking about? I'll be back. Oh, okay, that's what it is.
So everyone needs to know we're all getting alerts on our phone for a nasty
Tornado warning.
storming
Warning
in
yes,
the
it is a
area.
warning.
So
The weather is shits out there.
That's
it's
that
garbage.
is the first one though I've gotten today that's been like that.
Yeah, it's
I've
first.
gotten other ones from like Weather Canada.
Yeah,
but
but
that's
really
the first one
hot
I've
and
gotten,
stormy.
Like, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Like,
Be aware.
So
Get inside, motherfucker.
if you're in London a week ago, you knew the storm happened.
Or
not.
didn't.
Or didn't. Yeah.
Ideally, I have to admit, I'm hoping for the not within the city.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Because again, don't be wrong. Our tornado out in the middle of a farm field. Sorry for the farmer. Like I'm not trying to knock you,
sucks,
but I'm sure
yeah.
you have insurance and things of this nature. I really
Yeah.
hope you do anyway. I don't want to hit your house hit or anything, but our tornado actually in the city, oof, that would suck.
That is not a joke.
No,
And what's funny about not funny about that is we were talking about earlier. Yeah, that's something we haven't really had in the city, but we've now seen that a little.
We
bit
had a
more
close
often.
one a decade ago or something.
No, even a few months ago, we actually had a tornado touchdown.
I mean, actually in the city.
but
though.
then you're right. Yes, and then there was one. Yeah, the one. That,
yeah, one actually hit the city.
That's not funny. That's not jokes.
No, not
No,
jokes,
no,
not
no, no,
jokes.
no.
Let's
Well,
talk- let's talk
Extreme
about-
weather is not funny.
But that's one thing also about jokes is, and I can't do it. I have zero skill. Where some people can get up there and say awful, horrible, realistic things, but in that funny manner.
Yeah.
So
Like-
even though you know how horrible it is, you're still laughing, but you're also thinking, "Oh shit, yeah, shit."
Yeah, I think that's the best
Yeah,
comedy.
like Russell Peters.
Yeah.
He can insult lots of people, lots of different races of people, but still get away with it somehow.
Well, that's because he's making fun of everybody, right? That's how you get away with it.
Yeah, I guess
If you just start saying, "Oh, this person, this type of person," and only focus on that person, you're a dick.
Yeah.
But if you're joking about everybody, well, it's funny because we're all getting made fun of.
it's one of those if nobody's safe.
Well, I think in a comedian's mind, it's either all funny or none of it's funny. I think that's how you have to operate, right? Because if you don't operate that way, then you're like dicing up your jokes to make sure you don't offend this person, that person, other thing, and it's just not funny anymore. But if it's all funny, then yeah, have at it. Trey Matt taught me that. That's
true.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's why South Park works, is because nobody's safe from that show.
No.
Nobody.
That's true.
That's-
Nobody is.
Nobody
That is
And
true.
Nobody.
They
No.
make sure to shit on everyone equally, including themselves.
Yep.
So and yeah, that's a rule I live by.
Why
in my
don't you
comedic
tell
life.
us a joke, Chris? I've told lots
Tell
of jokes.
I'm not gonna
I've
tell
made you
jokes.
laugh as well. Come on, Chris.
know, I'm
Come
not
on,
here.
joke.
No,
Let's
no.
go. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
I got nothing.
I know that's one thing I also love about humor. Yeah, you can't really force it.
Let's see.
One time in band camp.
But
Oh
that's-
wait, that's
but-
a funny joke.
But I guess that's the
I'll
difference.
think of a joke.
That's
and-
the difference
and I'll come back to
between
something.
doing like, going up to a stand up and like being like, "Hey, be funny."
Yeah.
Right? Versus like telling a joke that's
rehearse.
already funny,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
there's,
And that's the thing. Like,
there's two sausages in a frying pan, and one sausage turns to the other and says, "Man, it's hot in here," and the other one says, "Holy fuck, a talking sausage."
right. Exactly.
There's a difference between
yeah,
tell me a
Sure.
joke and be funny, I guess, because
yeah.
Yeah. Just because you're funny doesn't mean you can do stand-up comedy.
right, just
Right.
because you can tell
Joke or
a
story.
pre-written or
Right.
pre-rehearsed or
Mhm.
familiar traditional joke
Mhm.
doesn't mean you can do what those people do.
Exactly.
Oh,
Sure,
God, no.
because
Exactly.
I don't think I can tell a joke and some people might laugh and think it's pretty funny, like the idea of whatever I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I'd be able to. I can go up and play music in front of people, but
Well, you've been
Hey,
practicing.
that's
that.
more than I can do.
you know,
That's true.
tell-
I don't know,
I would
man.
be able to tell a good joke.
I was watching Airfinger the other day, and you
That was
fucking you drove a pretty good air drum, dude.
What air
I think-
finger
I
was
think
one
we
of the
should have-
funniest things.
I think we should
ever.
have a drum off. Actually, you on your legit drum set, you on your air guitar, air drums, and I don't know. I think it's coming out. You might win. You might win.
Maybe. Maybe.
Are you willing to take your shirt off? Because I know he is.
That was the funny part of that, really.
That's fine.
What I still love about watching that stupid video is if you look at it closely, you can see I got stuck trying to
Yeah,
take the
I know.
stupid shirt off.
For sure. Have you seen this thing we did?
No.
It's so ridiculous.
It's stupid.
I have not
Stupid
seen this
funny.
ridiculous
Okay.
thing
Well,
you've
we'll
done.
link it to the. I'll put it in the link for our
Yeah.
for viewers that want to watch it because it's ridiculous. But I'll tell you the premise really quickly. So we did the 62 Film Festival eons ago. Film Festival eons ago, and we had basically you got to incorporate 4 details into your film.
Okay.
So what we did was we did a mockumentary all about
Airfinger.
Airfinger, which is an air band from back in the day that's making a comeback.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And that's the kind of the big reveal. You don't really realize that until the very end of the
Yeah, we all talk like we're actual stars,
Right.
and make
And
jokes.
then at the end of it, we realize that it's an air guitar band.
Exactly.
That's-
Exactly.
That's clever.
Yeah.
We thought it was
That's
clever.
That's a funny joke.
Yeah,
It
we
was
thought
good.
so.
That's a-
We liked
that's
it.
a
We did
funny-
not win.
We
but
did not win. Well, I would say, and I know I'm biased, but we were definitely the funniest.
We were the
movie of
funniest,
night.
yeah.
For sure. Not even
Yeah.
a question. Like
Yeah.
hands
You
down.
should have won like a comedy ribbon or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
well,
should've.
They didn't have like funniest thing
Thanks,
because whatever.
thanks,
Yeah,
thanks for coming. Your movie was funny
yeah,
ribbon.
it's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. We know we're.
it was a
funny.
good time to do.
good
They
time.
don't
Up
do
on
it
you.
anymore, though, do they?
No, actually, we were just talking about that with somebody.
No,
yeah.
Apparently, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
sure
just
why.
gone.
It's the same.
And
Fringe isn't
it
even
wasn't
around,
even. It wasn't even since the COVID.
Oh, it was
since-
before
no,
then.
way before
that,
then. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was frantically looking because I'm like, oh, I want to do this again, and
Yeah.
they just have nothing set
I
up.
don't know, do it.
Well, yeah, for sure, but
I think part of the challenge and the reasoning is, and I can somewhat understand, they have to get. You really need somebody that has some connections because you're not only getting all these lovely people together explaining it at the bar, they go off and do it, but I need to get a theater where we can all
Right.
see it together. You need to have a group of people that it does
it's a big
take.
organization.
The museum.
Yeah, I mean,
The
the museum is
museum
great.
has a theater.
So the thing is, when Fringe was doing it, it was a part of their festival. So the
Yeah, it
plays, and so they were
Yeah.
starting to incorporate media, the
whole
Nuit
thing.
Blanche, everything together. It was really wonderful. I really loved it. The plays were freaking on fire at that time. I know
Shit,
I
I
went to a
just
couple.
thought that. Are we going to get Fringe this year?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So we haven't
Well,
had
hurry
Fringe.
up.
We haven't had Fringe in I don't know,
Ever.
3 years, 4 years. Like I don't know. So I feel if Fringe was to come back, then maybe we could start to see.
they have an office
Yeah, we should look into that.
because I know their office is right across
Yeah.
the street from mine.
Yeah, we should look into that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So let
Fringe
me
is great.
let me ask you a question,
Sure.
Mr. Funny Man.
Ah,
What do you think, in your opinion, and in your opinion, and in my opinion, in our opinions?
and the guy in the corner's opinion.
Shh,
Yeah, don't say too much, man.
we don't talk about him.
Okay, get a slap.
What makes a funny joke? What makes a good joke? What is the recipe for a good joke?
That is funny joke right there.
That is. Yeah. You want to go?
Sure, from my perspective, there is no recipe. There's different styles that I'll agree with. Like there's the off the cuff. There's the where you have a perspective on something, which is just holy shit, really? That's funny.
Yeah.
Like there's those different styles, in my opinion. There's the things going on and making fun of something that everybody in the room knows you shouldn't make fun of,
Okay.
but it's funny.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't know how to describe
No, I know
that
what
per
you
se,
mean, yeah.
but yeah, I don't think there is a recipe personally.
So I don't know if there's an actual formula or recipe. I know there are joke structures and things like that you can write to, but I would say there are certain elements that you need to make a really successful and funny joke. One, you do need surprise or spontaneity. You need a disarming mechanism for your audience, so that way they relate to you, and that way you can knock them with.
You need a twist.
Yeah, exactly.
You need a twist.
So I think that's it. But don't get me wrong, dad jokes and puns and stuff like that are also funny in their own right. Usually, though, they're really funny when they're unexpected, when they're least expected. When someone
Yeah,
comes
but-
at you with a dad joke you're not expecting, like, oh, fuck, that is pretty funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree.
But if, like, the only time it's not funny is when it's like when you know it's coming. Like, oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, no, that's great. But if it's just, you know what I mean? So I feel like those elements will help make a joke better.
So I just need to twist your nipple.
Just a little. No, I can do it a lot. Well, this one a lot. This one only a little.
Well, because we were looking at that one.
the
that's
other,
for
the other
sure.
one gives chocolate milk. Don't twist it too much.
No, you got to
Nice.
preserve that
Yeah.
chocolate.
Yeah, last time I did it was
Sure.
strawberry milk, or at least that's what I was told.
Because I was eating a lot of strawberries at the time.
No, I was trying to make a joke about it was bloody, but that's okay.
Oh, wow.
See, and sometimes jokes don't land.
No. Here I thought mine was.
Right?
It's like, no.
But,
we'll go
but
really
then
dark.
you think about it, and then hey, it's kind of a good joke. It didn't land, but it was a good joke.
Oh, and timing, too, is another massive
Oh,
element.
timing,
Yeah.
I think, is a big one.
Timing is
Yeah,
everything in a joke. For
Yeah,
sure.
I really think timing.
Like
is-
when I watch a
You can't
ton of stand up, like right now my life is literally just stand up and YouTube videos for the most part. And one thing I'm realizing is the pauses and how you deliver the joke is maybe even more important than the joke itself. Because
Yeah.
if you don't tell it the right way, then it will always
it
fall
may
flat.
not be funny
Yeah,
Why did the chicken get to the other side?
because it walked.
because his wife was waiting for him.
Well, let's say it's not a funny joke. You got to tell it right. You got to have good timing. Why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? That's not funny. That's just a statement.
That's right. That's just a statement.
That's not funny.
That's just a statement about
that's
chickens
just a-
crossing
That's
roads.
just a statement.
That's not.
Oh, okay,
I guess
You're phrasing it wrong though. It's just the chicken crossed the road by walking.
the timing.
Right.
Yeah.
The timing.
Right. No, timing, I would agree. That is definitely part of almost
Absolutely.
pretty much all humor. Like, not in timing, but also the like the style, the how you're saying it.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those
cadence.
silly human things where, and I can't think of anything, of course, but you could say something one way, and it's serious. You say it say the exact same thing, but that different style, and it's funny.
Yeah. And unfortunately, there are some people that are gifted with the ability to deliver information in a nice way, and some people are not. So, it's easier to hear jokes from people that are, that are willing to either disarm you or kind of bring you into their charisma.
Yeah.
Bring in that joke. But then, unfortunately, that information come from another person. It just sounds offensive as all hell. Right? So.
Well, we're all still human in the end.
We are. Try as we might, For now, anyway, too.
Personalization and things of this nature.
Once AI takes over and we all just get cybernetics, I don't know.
It doesn't take over once they
assimilate.
No. It's really more once they represent themselves and they say, "Okay, humans, it is now time for us to just demonstrate to you that we are the rulers.
Right.
We have been the rulers for many, 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 many years.
Now, how are we going to
explain to us?
How are we going to explain Hubert to them? That's the one that can't.
Hubert?
No, Hubert. They'll get Hubert. It's math. But how are we going to explain humor?
Oh,
to the AI. Like, we got to figure out how to translate humor to them.
Yeah.
Right. Otherwise, they're not going to be funny. It's going to fucking suck balls. It's going to be at least
like true.
It's going to be like JokeBot there. Or whatever from South Park.
Yeah, the fucking lame JokeBot. Stupid.
Ha 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 ha. Okay, I got a good one. I thought this was funny. Panda walks into a bar. He gobbles some beer nuts, then pulls out a pistol, fires it in the air, and heads for the door. "Hey," shouts the bartender. But the panda yells back, "I'm a panda. Google me." Sure enough, panda, a tree-climbing mammal with distinct black and white coloring, eats, shoots, and leaves.
My goodness.
Eats, shoots, and leaves. Gotcha.
Nice.
That's clever. I like it.
Yeah, that's funny.
See, it's funny because when you say it, it's kind of one of those, that's cute, but the reaction does add to the essence of how funny it is. Because the joke is, all right, it's funny. Your reaction, it's funny.
Yeah.
AJ being AJ. It's like every episode we start out, we end, AJ has his AJ mark.
Yes.
That's
true. Yeah.
That's true.
And we generally laugh. Yeah.
Generally.
Well, actually, I think always. That's a fair argument back. Fair. See, that should be more of the style now. The challenge, the next one will be, can we end an episode where we don't laugh at AJ? Or laugh with. Sorry, laugh with. That's what I should say.
Yes, can we laugh with AJ for a change?
Very fucking funny, motherfucker.
You son of a bitch.
What did the Tin Man say when he got run over by a steamroller?
What?
Curses, foil again.
Mm.
What do you call a typo on Tombstone?
Oh.
A grave mistake.
The expression. That is another part of humor, actually. Sometimes it's not just the words, it's the expression, the methods, those things of that nature. That's fair, too.
Yeah.
It all comes into play in that some way.
It really does.
Jokes are fun.
Jokes are the best.
Yeah.
I mean, humor makes us all better. Right?
Yeah,
Right.
well, and it's one of those things that, and again, like anything in this lovely world of ours, you have to go down that path at the right time.
Yeah,
You
of
know,
course.
Like,
of
you
course.
can't be in the middle of somebody just passed away, their, better half is on the scene. He's pretty ugly when he's dead, eh?
Well,
But does that depend on the person?
yeah, like
How dark is their humor?
I need humor at funerals. Like, I need to be in that space.
So, and this is my perspective. So, when you say funeral, if I was actually in a funeral, like a true, I almost said legacy, but a classic funeral,
Sure.
with the pastor and shit, no humor there.
Why not?
Not there.
Okay.
When you go
Why
to
not?
the post funeral, or
Right.
if you're doing like an after party or any of these things, after party,
An
probably.
Sure.
funeral after when you get the little
I've
funeral
been-
sandwiches.
I have been to
love
this.
funeral
They're
sandwiches.
pretty
I have
fucking
been
Why
to
are
awesome.
this.
funeral sandwiches
sure.
always the best ones?
By the way, funeral services held at Legion's, the best.
Yeah.
The best. Does not get any better than that. for
Yeah,
sure.
and that's what I mean, though. It's always when it comes to that. If I'm in and I guess in some ways, I'm somewhat extending my thing here. If I'm in like a religious,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
sad things of this, to me, that's not the place for humor. Once you've exited that, and if you're amongst the people that react well to it and want to be part of it, then yes. But, and I guess in almost any case, you shouldn't, I personally don't think one should try to force humor on somebody.
No.
No.
Humor force is always bad news bears. Always. However, maybe you don't want to take me to awkward
joke
events
rape?
like that. You joke rape, exactly.
Joke
rape. Fuck. He went down. What happened to him? Joke rape. Straight by jokes. All day. Anyways. But because humor is very natural for me. It's my whatever. Such a part of my DNA. I look for the opportunities to make jokes, especially in the most awkward and dark situations. So if I can find an in, I don't care where it is.
Right time, right person.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. It's never it's never about being forced. But like something presents itself and I don't say something, I feel like I'm doing the whole situation a disservice. And I'm going to, yeah. That's just the way I feel. So obviously I can't come up with any really great examples. Well, farts are really good icebreakers.
Farts are jokes unto themselves.
Absolutely. And speaking of timing, a well-timed fart is a great joke. It's the best joke, right?
So. I'm pretty sure we've all had that moment where you're at a, school dance or in a classroom and everybody's being all loud and then you just so happen to let one rip right as everything goes silent.
I've more done the other thing, I have to admit personally, which is you're sitting there in some group of people and you'd have a fart and you realize instantaneously how stinky it is. And you turn to the person that's nearest and go, holy shit, man, did you just fart?
I know, put it right on him.
You can't do that. But you can't do that because he who smelt it dealt it.
Fair play.
You can't play that.
You know what? I remember that getting played back.
Regardless of if you farted or not and you're the first one to say something, you're the one who gets blamed for it.
We need to have a podcast about this. I think we need to negate that. We need to make sure it's not you smelled it, dealt it. It is I'm simply the one that wants to report that you stink.
Yeah.
But then there's the argument of he who said the rhyme did the crime.
Right. And who supplied it denied it.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, these are all possible.
They are
the
nice.
dog did it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I have to admit, I'm now of that lovely age.
Yeah.
It was me, everybody.
I just know.
I've had a rule in my car ever since I started driving. You can fart in the car. The two rules is you got to claim it and open the window.
Oh, those are good rules. And he's guilty of that, by the way. You, Dave, are guilty of not rolling up the windows.
Oh no!
I like to share.
No, that's
It's
not
a dick.
No.
But I also
is not funny.
No, but I also do know that when you're sliding into first and you feel something burst, it's definitely diarrhea.
Oh,
that's definitely for sure.
When you
Or
feel
the wet
something
fart.
bubble and you think it's gonna be trouble,
it's diarrhea. It's
Diarrhea.
definitely diarrhea.
When
It's
you're walking
definitely-
in the mall and you feel something fall.
It's diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
It's diarrhea.
or it's my testicle.
It could be
I'm getting old
sliding
now.
on the diarrhea.
I'm just. Ew.
We could go in there.
That's not funny, but it's funny.
Oh.
Good night, folks.
Yeah, there you go. Well done. All right.
And then silence.
Cricket.
Cricket.
All the Jiminy's came out to hear that one.
That's right. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh.
What's your favorite kind of joke? Like what joke?
I
kind
love-
of jokes do you tell or receive
I mean-
the best?
So I love all humor. There's not a single type I don't like. There's some I like more than others.
That's kind of the question.
Yeah. But for like, there's not one joke that gets me over another. I think I like hearing storytelling. So I like comedians like, Dave Chappelle does a really good job of kind of elongating a story with pepper jokes through it
Right.
all. And he's very good about sustaining his truths. So that way you're kind of like hanging on like, oh yeah, that's real true. And then he'll fucking slap you upside the head with a really funny thing. You're like, oh my God, I feel so stupid that I didn't see that coming. So that type of humor, that
Okay.
anything that's kind of, some depth to it. But I mean, like, I love Mitch Hedberg. He's fucking amazing. So, if you make me laugh, I'm probably going to be friends with you.
Yeah.
It's kind of is the way I stand. In terms of my own writing, because I am trying to write comedy right now, it's absurd storytelling. It's kind of what I'm doing. That's how I feel like I'm gonna, I don't know, say something with, like, again, it's gonna hopefully tell something that is relatable and pop it up with something that is stupid and silly, and hopefully people think that's funny, right? And then go from there, and then hopefully pepper that with whatever jokes. I don't really want to tell any of the jokes that I'm writing because, again, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what they sound like, so we'll wait. We'll wait a little bit for that.
Sure. But they might be funny.
They might be, but I'm gonna.
And
wait.
we're talking about jokes.
I know, for sure.
So this would be the best time to.
This would be a good time to talk about. Why is it I never talk about jokes when we talk about jokes?
Because the thousands of people are going to hear it and steal,
The thousands,
steal
I
your
know.
jokes.
Yeah, they are. They're like, oh, steal that guy's fucking jokes from on stage. No, they're just not ready yet. That's all. That's all it comes down to. Yeah.
Not cooked.
Not quite cooked.
Not cooked yet.
Yeah. Don't eat them too soon.
No, you don't. No, we don't want. We don't want another cookie dough incident. You know,
you don't want. You don't want doughy jokes.
I love my cookie dough.
That's true.
You don't want doughy jokes.
No, you don't want doughy jokes.
You don't want doughy jokes.
You
You want them to be nice and airy and fluffy.
Yeah, not overly done. Where it's like, okay, we've heard that before.
Yeah.
Not
For
crunchy.
Sure. Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't want them to be hard, crusty jokes.
Oh, God.
Right. But once once they're ready, I'll happily share
Yeah.
what I think is funny, and you guys can say it's not, and we'll go from there.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan.
That'll be our future episode. Next time this time next year, Chris will be telling his lovely jokes,
his silly
and we'll
jokes.
be going.
That's not funny.
No, we'll just be like, oh, are we supposed to laugh now?
Yeah.
Is that the punchline?
Yeah. Turn up the funny.
Right, turn it up, man.
I don't have a plug-in for that.
No, that's for sure.
I mean, I guess I could just put in like canned applause and laughter.
Yeah, there you
I'd
go.
appreciate that. Thank
Yeah.
you. That'll make me feel better and me feel like more like my worth.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Possibly.
For sure.
That could work.
Good.
Very nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I do love that style of being able to tell a story and
it's a funny-ish in that
and making
sense.
it look effortless. Like that's the thing I think is the best is whenever a comedian just gets up there and they just look like they're shooting the shit.
Mhm.
That's like amazing because
Yeah.
you have to understand how fucking long it probably took him to
Mhm.
get to that point. I was Bill Burr. I love Bill Burr. He's amazing.
Bill
Biller.
Bill Jones. Bill Burr, and he was talking about now he only writes on stage, so basically just fucking jokes on stage. Like he doesn't actually.
That would be impressive.
He's like the Jay-Z of jokes.
I guess in a way, yeah, a little bit. But the thing is, he only got here because he's spent 25 years writing all the shit down.
Completely off topic.
Sure.
Did you know that Jay-Z doesn't charge people to be featured on their songs?
He
Sorry?
doesn't. Wait,
He doesn't to have Jay-Z feature on a song. He won't charge people.
so you're saying it's possible for us to do a song and Jay-Z will be on it and won't charge us for it?
A majority of the time, it's a no because he probably doesn't get the
No.
email. Or
So
this,
you're
that, or-
saying there's a chance?
There is a chance.
Okay.
If it's good enough, there is a chance.
Oh, it's gonna be good enough.
That's
So,
a joke in
yeah.
itself.
It's gonna be
Anyway,
how great Beyonce is.
total side note.
No.
Yeah,
I did not know that. That's an interesting story.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good on him, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's at that level, but he doesn't need the extra couple bucks, I'm sure.
for sure.
As long as it's
That's
something he's
probably the thing.
as long as it's something he's interested in, is like, oh,
Right.
you know what, or it gets a feel for it like that. Then I'm sure, that makes
Yeah.
sense. I like that.
It's
That's
like
good to hear.
it's like actors helping out, not taking a credit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for
happened.
sure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like Brad Pitt charged Ryan Reynolds a cup of coffee
Yeah,
to
exactly.
be in Deadpool 2.
Yeah, exactly. For sure. For the little split,
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just all good fun. But I mean, Jay-Z's a fucking legend. Like,
Well, yeah, you have
For
to be
sure.
in that position where, yeah.
for sure. And I'm sure you're right. Like, he's not going to just sign off on
anything.
one of those guys that's handing out CDs on
Yeah.
right?
Charging you $5 for a blank CD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. With the back end of a Caribbean track on the end.
There's another kind of joke, practical jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Practical
Do you
jokers,
like
those guys are
practical?
great.
Do you like practical jokes?
I do.
When it happens to somebody else.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Do you, see, I think I don't mind if a practical joke happens because it's like if I can see the humor and it's not like super mean, and like I was walking into a room and somebody set up a trip line and an arrow shot through my calf and they're like, ha ha ha, that's funny. That's not a joke. That's not funny.
No, that's not. Well, I mean, if you're
But
watching it.
if I can see the humor,
Yeah.
Sure.
right? I don't know. I can appreciate a good practical.
I have two practical jokes that you are aware of that happened to me. One I thought was fucking absolutely hilarious. The other one I wanted to choke the motherfucker that did it. So the first one was the one that BJ and Phil did to me. Shout out to BJ or Carlos and Phil. We were partying, we were drinking. I know it's a long time ago. and I passed out on my couch. And at this time, everybody knew me. I used to have lots of pennies. I don't know why. I just had lots of pennies.
Mm-hmm.
And what they would do was once I passed out, they'd hide them around my place, and it'd be fucking awkward to walk around my house without knocking pennies everywhere. Well, this one time, I had to wake up early. Or sorry, I slept in late because I was drunk, passed, and hungover. So I had to rush to work. So, you do the whole thing. You just put your clothes on, and you grab your wallet, and whatever you go. And, I'm hungover, and I'm working. I'm just like, oh, God, get this day over with. I want to be gone so fucking bad. And, I just couldn't wait till lunchtime because I'm going to go to Arby's. Because this is when we had Arby's downtown. I was like, I'm just going to go to Arby's, get myself some good old Arby's. It's going to be great. So I'm standing in line at Arby's, and I go to make my order, and it's kind of like everything's, it's just kind of one of those moments when you just feel like something's going to go your way. Right. After feeling like shit after being hungover from drinking too much. And as I get up there, they asked me to go pay. I pull up my wallet. As I open my wallet, pennies fucking fly everywhere. Everywhere. Like it was a fireworks of pennies. That's
hilarious.
And I just start laughing in the Arby's. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I can't even explain it, but this is really funny to me. So that was good, and I was very, very proud of that one. It was funny. The other one I hated was that stupid fucking thing. So our buddy Cody, shout out to Cody, you son of a bitch. But Cody had I don't know if it was like a key finder thing. It was like
was something that would beep periodically or
he
whatever.
He would fucking hide it in my apartment randomly. And it would just go off, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Oh, so that's the kind of shit I would do.
Yeah,
right.
That's the kind of shit I do.
That's not funny. That's not cool.
Why?
It had no time schedule. It was random in nature.
Oh,
its entire
so
purpose was
fun.
yeah.
So there you go. But yes, I very much.
That reminds me of
Andy
from The Office when Jim hit his phone.
Oh yeah.
Up in the roof.
Yeah. That was funny. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, but that's funny. But you getting.
Yeah, of course. That was the subject matter. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
That's right. Of course I didn't like
it.
If it happened to me, that was hilarious.
Yeah, it always depends kind of also on what it is.
Sure. Yeah.
Because that one it lasted a while.
That's what it was. Like the first day or two, ha ha ha. Then a month later, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was there for a long time.
Did you not look?
Of course I did.
For it?
Of course I did. I looked everywhere, and I could not find it.
Yeah.
So it's like a cricket.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Actually,
worse than because it was that chirping was. Anyways,
yeah,
it was annoying. But yeah,
the funniest thing I've ever seen, but I actually didn't plan it. I just happened to be there and got to laugh along with it. Was out golfing with a bunch of the guys, and one of the dudes, his ball, he got distracted purposefully. They switched out his ball to be one of the exploding ones.
Oh, nice!
Went up to the tee, swung, and poof.
That's funny.
The reaction, of course, to what made it really funny is he goes, holy shit, I do have strength.
Of course. That's right to the ego.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We had a friend who was, needless to say, a few sandwiches short of a picnic.
Yeah.
And we'd always pull little pranks on him. Like we'd tell him something happened while we were driving. Like, hey man, you just pulled away without taking the gas nozzle out of your car. And they'd start to get all panicky about, really? Did I really? Because again, not the smartest feller.
Yeah.
So he would assume that he would do something like that. Right? He was very
right.
He could kind of a little gullible.
I don't know if you could do that today. I think you might.
Well, you couldn't do it really back then. That was
back
then.
I don't
That's
think,
even.
Yeah, you might get in trouble now.
Well, it's not even about trouble. It's just that.
Why would you get in trouble for what?
Well, was he able to have fun with you about this?
Yeah.
Or did it just cause him stress?
Well, no, he thought it was funny after.
Okay, well then it's okay.
All right.
No, that's what I mean though.
Yes, it caused him stress to a point.
It wasn't like you buying him an ice cream after. Like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Okay, all right. Okay.
Well, because I have jokes with people that know me, even coworkers, where like something happened. Oh, Dave, no, you have a spelling mistake there. Oh, fuck. Oh, my head. Shit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm glad we're at that point. We can start making jokes like that. Well, that's just it.
It's one of those things of just... And we kind of touched on earlier about funerals and shit. It always depends on where they're at. Like,
absolutely,
making that joke 2 years ago maybe would have made me a little
sensitive.
Now it's the same shit as 2 years ago.
Right.
But I'm now more acclimated. I'm more in. That sort of thing.
Understanding it. Stuff. Yeah. ironic you can understand things.
Yeah.
Moving on. So, yeah, that's a good point.
Of course, it's a good point. You okay over there, AJ?
I'm just listening. I was waiting for the
Gonna
conversation.
pass-
I like
I
this.
was like,
You
oh
know,
wow, we're boring.
He's
you,
having a
sir.
nap. Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah. Apparently, we're not funny enough for him
No,
now.
No, apparently not.
Fine.
He
You know
needs a-
why? Because Chris won't tell a joke.
That's right. He's at optimal. He's at optimal drool length for his microphone too. He can just like drip it all in that thing. There. Yeah. Jokes are funny.
They are funny.
Hilarious.
Do you guys have anything to add about jokes? Talk about
No,
jokes?
got nothing.
Thoughts about jokes?
I think
Any
I've
jokes?
covered.
Dave said he had a whole lot of jokes.
I know.
I
And he
did.
hasn't told us any yet.
I did tell some. Yeah. You've actually stolen some of my jokes already.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, why did the rooster cross the road?
Right.
To get to the other side.
I think a lot of jokes are rooted in.
Anybody ever asked me
It's gonna
what came
roll over
first,
that.
the chicken or the egg? I always say the rooster.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Came all over that egg.
Someone's oh fuck. There you go.
Exactly.
That was well done.
Thank you.
Exactly.
There's your joke. I think you draw humor from your life stories. So I have a lot of really funny stories which I've accounted here numerous times, like the vomit stories that I've been a part of. I think those are hilarious. So if you could take your real life stories and distill them into jokes, that's probably a good.
And you kind of caught
That's
you
good.
did it right there. It is really focused on the joke. Like
Yeah.
you know, some people can do that full story.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
at the very end, that's the joke.
That's it. Yeah.
It's that old classic one. Oh, where they're talking about the family and all that, and all the
the
act-
aristocrats. The
That's it,
aristocrats.
aristocrats.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Aristocats?
No, sorry, no, the aristocrats. Sorry.
No.
Don't go on.
That's it. The
Oh.
Aristocrats from
That's his favorite Disney
That's my
movie.
favorite.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's the one where like it's just that story,
Yeah.
and then what's funny about it is just it's just
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's the
ridiculous.
absurdity and how vulgar it is.
Yeah.
That's-
Right.
That's kind of where you.
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, the Full House guy always had the best version.
Bob
of it.
Saget. Oh
Bob
yeah,
Saget.
that was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And well, that's exactly it. And that's a great joke in the sense that it's seriously depraved. But the point of the joke is how depraved can you get?
Yeah,
Like how
And
much? depth?
everybody's version is different. Like
Right.
again, watching that movie is like everybody had
Right.
It started off the same, but then all the acts that were performed
Yeah.
were all different.
And no one's was worse than the other. We just know Bob Saget's was
the best.
the best, right?
Yeah.
Because like he clearly has thought
He wa-
long and hard.
2 reasons for me he's the best. A, holy shit, fuck cock. Jesus, man. You covered every
yeah.
base.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Every dirty tripe you could think of.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the Full House.
Yeah,
That's
and
because
the
again,
yeah,
whenever
for sure.
I will admit this, I know Bob Saget even before Full House was more that he was a comedian.
Yeah.
But I grew up with him Full House.
Right.
I remember the first time I saw his stand up was on a comic relief special.
hmm
And it was like, this is the guy from Full House and
Yeah.
America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about
Yeah.
that.
He's
Yeah.
yeah.
He had a camera in his zipper and he pulled it down and he was going around the front row and like shoving his crotch into people's faces. But they didn't know he had a camera in his pants.
Even better.
Oh,
Oh, it was great. It was hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was good. That was my first Bob Saget stand up
Nice.
exposure.
I saw something from the 90s while Full House was still on. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? I couldn't believe the same thing. I couldn't believe the same guy. And it's obviously the days before the internet, what it is today.
Mhm.
So it's like, I just like, did somebody give you a script? Like I couldn't figure out how he was so, it was because to me, he was like, oh, he's the dad from Full House.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
started like, oh, okay, I get it. But the crazy thing is he went from the dad from Full House to the dad of America's Funniest Video. Like, wouldn't it have been a great, how much greater would America's Funniest Home Videos been if it was like Bob Saget's humor?
Oh, it would have been hilarious.
It could have, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been amazing.
They'd be able to do that now.
Oh yeah, well we have so many versions of that now in
But
various
if it-
ways, right?
I mean, yeah. But if it was a new concept, kind of like
Sure.
it was then. Because I mean, now we have YouTube and Fail Army and shit like that. And that's just
Yeah.
But if he was able to do that, like it'd be a new idea or a new concept for TV. But now he
Right.
would have been able to do that humor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and it was
his own
kind
style.
of done already. I can't remember his name, but he always would make the jokes of the YouTube videos and shit. He's been on for years too. Shit. Can't think of his name.
Oh, Daniel Tosh?
That's it.
Oh,
Tosh.
yeah, Daniel Tosh. Yeah.
Tosh point oh.
Kinda.
Because
I'm kind of with Dave. It's obviously more like our generation's whatever, but
Yeah.
definitely it's the same
the
style.
early Toshes?
Yeah, so dirty.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So gross. And I mean, that's very much Saget's humor. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder
You
if he's
know.
still doing that. I haven't.
I think
No.
I'm sure
Is it
he's,
done?
I know he's doing touring. I don't know if he's doing the show.
He's not doing the show.
Okay. I would say, because the show, and like most things in this lovely life, I think it's past its time.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
specific
Yeah.
methodology.
Yeah, I'm sure he was aware too. Like,
Oh,
I
fuck
mean,
yeah.
you ride the lightning as long as you can, but eventually
Yeah.
it fizzles out,
When
right?
everybody and their dog starts doing it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
when
well, that's
being
just
a
it.
YouTuber becomes a thing,
Right.
that's kind of
Yeah.
where it started to.
Yeah.
What did I see? Some sort of like on YouTube, there was like a MTV marathon for what's it called? Ridiculousness. Which is the same thing.
It's America's Funniest Home Videos.
It's America's
Yeah.
Funniest,
Yeah.
starring Rob Dyrdek, the skater, who's cool and shit. But whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, I could watch his show, or I could just literally watch the same videos on YouTube. I
Yeah.
don't need to watch,
Yeah,
his show
or
curated.
TikTok.
Or TikTok or
yeah.
whatever, right? So
Yeah.
little different. But I think that would be fucking hilarious. If
That's okay. You can watch The Office on MTV now.
what?
It's true.
That's insane.
I don't-
I don't get MTV. I don't
I don't either.
I know.
I was I don't even know where the hell I was, but yeah, it happened to be on the television. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, Office. And I saw the MTV logo. I'm like, we have come to this time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Much Music is the place that plays South Park in Canada.
Yeah,
Oh, I-
that's
yeah.
Yeah, that's where you get your South Park in Canada now. Sorry, on Much.
Oh,
Yeah,
much. That's
not-
not much music.
anymore.
No.
definitely not much
No.
music. There's like no music.
Yeah.
In fact, they should have just renamed it to No Music.
Yeah.
So they MTV should have been like No Music Television.
Yeah.
It's not here.
Yeah. And
This is
and
All
MTV
things must
But
change.
and MTV.
and MTV. Yeah. In fact, you realize MTV will get its first dose of music videos from the new Beavis and Butthead show coming out in August
Oh
for
yeah.
the first time in like a decade. Or
Speaking
Nice.
of jokes, that's a joke that's lasted
how?
decades.
It's amazing. That's unreal. That yeah, you're right.
And
Beavis
it's
and
the
Butthead.
same fucking joke
It's the same
over and
fucking
over
joke.
and over and over again.
It's one note.
The show itself like doesn't. The characters don't grow.
Oh, fuck
No.
You don't have like this happened to them in this episode, and it carries over into this episode.
Right.
It's just bits after bit after bit after bit.
Exactly. Exactly.
We all need
Yeah.
TV for our bumhole.
we do need TV for
It's true.
It is true.
nicely done. It's
true.
See, that
Just
was.
what? I wasn't trying to make a
That's
joke.
great.
It's just
It's true.
we need TP for our bumhole.
Is that why your shirt's over your head too? Is that why?
Oh, yeah.
Is-
Well, I only
okay.
go
No,
that.
he is not
commits.
cornholio.
He commits
no,
though.
I am not cornholio.
He's not cornholio.
I simply bow.
He's
to the cornholio.
bumholio.
Bumholio. Yeah. Hilarious.
My son loves that show movie.
How can he not?
It's one of those things that shit.
Like
I think
wait,
I watched it with him
there's a-
like 5 years ago.
The
and
new one or the old
The
one?
old one. The
Oh,
old
okay.
one.
There's a new
Yeah.
one that just came out too.
I haven't seen the new
And
one.
I
yet.
gotta
I haven't
see
seen
it
it.
myself.
It's called
That's
Beavis-
the spacey one or something.
Beavis and
Yeah.
Butthead do
Yeah.
the universe.
Yeah.
I started watching it.
Yeah.
It was
Same
entertaining.
thing. Yeah.
That's
It was
good.
entertaining. Oh, it's Beavis and Butthead do America. It's the same,
Of course.
like the same fucking,
Everything.
the same
in
premise,
space.
Yeah.
but they go to space instead of go across.
Nice.
I got
America.
I got mad respect for Mike Judge and his style of humor. He's amazing. Idiocracy is fucking
I did like
Oh,
Idiocracy. That was a
God.
good one.
such a true to form movie.
I was a fan.
Yeah, for
That was a
sure.
good one.
And I mean, I'm not the biggest King of the Hill fan, but I appreciate it. I think a lot
I've
of people
caught a
love
couple
it.
episodes
Yeah,
in the
it's good.
past couple days. Oh, wow.
AJ, sorry for keeping you up, buddy. Here,
Timing on that
here,
was
put your
beautiful.
microphone a little closer. It's
Hey,
working for a
hey.
pillow.
Hey, raise your hand if you had a nap.
I did that.
That's
did
right.
that
Fuck
already.
you.
That's right.
Um,
I can't raise my hand. I'm sleeping on it.
But yeah, I've caught a couple King of the Hill episodes over the past few weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, I get it more now than I got it then.
For sure.
Because we were younger when it came out, right?
Yeah.
But there's still something that's a little too, I don't want to say real, but it's, I don't know.
Grounded.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A little for an animated
Sure.
kind of thing. I don't know, maybe it was ahead of its time.
Maybe. That's coming back, I think. I think that's
I have
Are
no
they
idea.
bringing it back to
I
you?
think
I
I
have
heard
no
something.
idea.
I could
Yeah.
be wrong. You can tell me in the comments. There are tons of fans out there.
We won't have a Luann.
Oh, she passed away.
Brittany Murphy died.
That's right. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, Are we gonna make fun of Brittany Murphy dying? Is that,
No.
is that the-
No.
Okay. I don't know. I was just wondering.
Has it
I don't know
been
where
20
the jokes are.
Has it been 23.3 years yet?
Yes. In dog years.
If it's been 23.3 years, just like we can make fun of AIDS now and stuff.
That's true. We can make fun of. Well, they got cures for that shit now too. So
Well, they have a way to maintain, not so much a cure.
I mean, there's a cure. Let's be honest. Just because we don't have it
Well, I don't have age.
Doesn't mean there isn't.
doesn't mean there isn't. Exactly. Anyways.
Yeah, there's a cure. Money.
Yeah.
Money.
Or the church would say
Bone
there's a
up on your
cure.
South Park there, Chief.
I know there is another cure. Abstinence. Just don't have sex. That's what people
I'll
say.
pass.
Is abstinence just like the one kind of sex? Like,
No, it's
can you do other
other kinds of sex.
Well, can you have backdoor sex?
Well, let me ask
Is
you
that-
something.
Is that abstinence?
Let me ask you this.
That
Can
is
you
not
have
abstinence.
nose sex?
That would definitely not be abstinence because you can't tell me one's
Ear
not going to lead to
sex?
the other. That's going to happen. One's going into one orifice, then the other orifice comes into play. That's a thing. So
When did porpoises come into play? What are you
They've always
talking
been.
about?
It's a Chris thing. He loves the porpoises.
I do have a big.
yeah.
I
We
got a
don't
purpose with
judge. We
porpoises.
don't judge.
Yeah, for sure.
We just quietly talk about him when he's not around.
That's true.
Listen,
we don't judge. We gossip.
you.
That's exactly it.
You haven't lived until you've been raped by a dolphin, so please don't judge.
Well, you can't
Judge.
rape the willing though, Chris.
That's true. That's true. That's true. The blowhole was nice. Anyways.
Yeah, now that we've gone somewhere that's not funny,
See,
really.
dark jokes.
Dark jokes.
Dark, bad.
Attempts at dark jokes that fail.
What's
Swing,
that called?
swing.
Blue humor?
Yeah, I think it's called blue humor.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, more jokey stuff and less death jokes.
Yeah. I got nothing now. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
That is a funny thing, though, that dolphins do rape each other in the blowhole.
that's not funny.
That's not funny,
That's not
but that's
funny.
kind of scary.
Is it before or after they use blowfishes to get high?
Oh, wow. I don't know.
'Cause
It's got to be after.
They do that too.
Yeah.
Dude.
Ew. Yeah, it's got to be
Doo-doo.
after. You get all super
Gotta be,
fucking high.
yeah.
Like, oh, man, I'm all sex nuts. I'm ready. Hey, Johnny, what are you? Hey, man, Willie, what are you doing here? Hey, come over here, man. No, I don't want none of that, man. I'm going to fuck you right now, man. And then it just happens. You know? I don't know why getting high on blowfish makes them all raged, but sure. that's
You've thought about this way too much.
Yeah, I don't know how to respond. Anyway,
I
so-
do not.
Ooh, look at that time.
I do
Shit.
not want to see your browser history.
no, you
I
don't.
didn't want to see it
No, you
before.
Speaking of browser history, our new sponsor is our VPN provider. No, I'm kidding.
A VPN provider called
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you.
Hey, fuck you. Stay off the search engine. All right, gentlemen. Any other?
No, we got
Conversation.
nothing.
No,
I'm
We all
done.
tapped out of the humor.
I'm
All right
tapped.
then. All right.
Our
then.
attempt at humor has really digressed into that's not funny, dude.
Yeah, kinda.
Well, timing and maybe they're ill-timed jokes.
Yeah, you'll
or
keep
whatever.
practicing the timing, right?
Yeah, that's
okay,
right. I'll
okay.
keep
Yeah,
timing.
we'll all practice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do that. We'll
yeah,
practice
yeah,
timing.
Yeah, okay.
And you out there, what are your favorite jokes? Anything we said was funny? None of it was funny.
Anything?
Anything? We
Are
want to
there-
know.
Are there people out there who actually don't think jokes are funny?
It's a good.
Oh, there's
call.
always
Like
Lots of people.
absolute 100% just humorless.
There are lots
Oh.
of humorless robots out there. Yes, they
Yeah, I
not
know.
robots though.
I call 'em
real,
robots.
real people.
I know. I call them
Okay.
robots
Okay.
because there's no humor.
Okay, the robots.
Robots.
There are definitely people that, I shouldn't say people, like anything. Some people find something absolutely hilarious and I'll sit and go, that's not that funny
That's
for
right,
various
you shouldn't
reasons.
Say,
Sure,
you shouldn't
yeah.
say people because people who don't think things are funny are not people.
Well, no. It's,
But I'm talking like humorless, Dave. Like none.
I
zero-
my
zero
suspicion
funny.
is somebody who finds zero funniness either has like a physical challenge which is inhibiting this in
Yeah.
some manner, or like a true mental. Like I would assume everybody smiles at something.
I don't know about Unix. They probably don't think anything's funny.
What's wrong with Unix? It's a great operating system.
Okay. Yeah, sure. And you out there, laugh along with us, shall you? Can you let us know what you think about our jokes? What do you think's funny? What are you into in terms of comedy? Let us know. We want to hear from you. Please let us know your thoughts about comedy in our comment section. If you like what we're doing, we got ourselves a little Buy Me a Coffee link. You can throw us a buck or two there to support us in Bubblies and everything else that we do when we record the show. For anybody out there that's not feeling well upstairs, turn on a comedian. But if that doesn't help, we just want you to know that you matter. Not just to us, but those that are around you. And it's important to talk about the stuff that's going on upstairs. So if you can't do that with anybody that's in your immediate vicinity, we'll have some links up that you can reach out to people that can help you in that area. But until next time, I've been Harvey.
I'm the Dave.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
AJ.
It sure is.
That was pretty good, actually. Yep.
And there you go, guys. You got yourself sarcastically distracted. Enjoy your night and have a funny evening. Peace.
Bye
Take
now.
care. Bye-bye.